First at 11, we are staying on top of breaking news out of the Old Fourth Ward in Atlanta. Tonight, police are still trying to figure out what led up to a deadly quadruple shooting. We first broke this story for you tonight at 6 as we brought you live coverage from the scene along Boulevard near Injures Avenue outside of the Station 464 apartment complex. 11 Live's Cody Alcorn has moved from the crime scene over to Grady Hospital where the victims were taken. Cody, what do we know about the 4 people shot here?
Well, Jennifer, sadly, an 18-year-old who was rushed to the ER here lost his life. We also know a 16 and 17-year-old were brought here along with a 23-year-old woman who police describe as an innocent bystander. And just recently, in the last few hours, we learned the 3 victims who are here are in stable condition. So here's what we know at this hour, Jennifer. This all started around 5:30 this afternoon. Witnesses say they heard a barrage of gunfire outside their apartments at the Boulevard. APD says the 18-year-old who died ran inside the entrance of the building and collapsed. The other 3 victims were found outside Station 464 where the shooting happened. APD says several people ran from the scene, but officers were able to detain several of them. The agency not yet calling them suspects, still trying to figure out who was all involved and how they were involved in the shooting. Boulevard was closed for hours as those who live at the complex watched their building turn into a crime scene.
It hasn't been crazy per se here, but it's normally crazy like behind us, the side of us and stuff. It ain't never hit this close.
Like I spoke to, it doesn't look like there's any known threats, but I would say, if you see somebody doing something they shouldn't, a little illegal, call 911. That's what we're here for.
Cody, earlier during our 11 Alive 24/7 stream, we learned that the ATF responded to this situation as well.
Yeah, Jennifer, I actually saw ATF agents walking around the crime scene, looking at some of those shell casings we saw on that scene. I actually asked APD about the ATF's involvement in this homicide investigation.
They help us out with our ballistic evidence. We did recover a couple firearms, so we usually call them in and they assist us with getting our ballistics process.
Again, the big question tonight, what led up to this? And are some of the victims who are here part of the suspects involved in this shooting? That's something we're working on throughout the weekend. And of course, we're working to learn who that 18-year-old was who died in this shooting. Live in downtown Atlanta, Cody Alcorn, 11 Alive News.
Cody, a sad situation, especially for that bystander. Thank you so much for keeping us updated tonight.